But my favorite thing ever that Banksy's ever done was created Dismaland. His beautifully dark, horrific take on Disneyland, arguably the happiest place on earth. Um, you know how we're talking about how Warhol will combine this kind of sad version of celebrities, and kind of mash up like in a way tragedy with like fame and stardom and kind of like the glamour and all that. I think I relate to Banksky's take on culture um, a lot the most. Like of all the artists who've ever kind of done kind of a mirror in a way of how we live, or how we supposedly we perceive ourselves to live. I think Banksy has nailed it perfectly. So I think he is a very in more ways than I can count, a perfect modern artist that it kind of hits everything that we're going through on every level. Um, there are so many clips out there on this, and I explore you to find as many of them as you can. Just Google Dismaland, and there's a lot of great stuff out there. Here's a taste. It's kind of like a trailer. This is kind of like the trailer of Dismaland. Watch this. I'm going to leave this lecture on one last note, which is kind of going back to Warhol. Warhol's line about how everybody in the future, everybody will get their 15 minutes of fame. Well, Banksy's famous spoof of that line is in the future, everyone will be anonymous for 15 minutes. Um, Social media, everything that we're seeing around us, I think it's so perfectly dead on about how we are currently in our culture. So the fact that we'll be lucky to get 15 minutes of being anonymous, I think that's a perfect way to put it. I think we're also, myself included, putting ourselves out there, social media sharing, posting our work, especially for those of us who are trying to make a living in any kind of art world. It's constant, like making sure people are aware of your work and getting visibility that you can hide. So the fact that Banksy is out there wherever he is and he's able to like go out and put up work and then somehow go home to his residence and no one knows who he is when he's out in the street, I think that's amazing. And whether it's all an act or whether he actually is legit anonymous, I don't know. I don't even care. I don't want to know. Like if someone told me, I'll give you, do you want to find out who Banksy is? I would say no. Don't. I don't want to know. I like the fact that I don't know who he is. That's part of his art. That's part of what I like about his art is that he's an unknown figure. Um, okay, that's it. Enjoy the last clip of Dismaland, and we'll talk again soon.